First, let me introduce our moderator for the panel, Sara Wyant, President of Agri-Pulse Communications, Inc. Sara is a veteran farm policy reporter, well recognized on Capitol Hill, and as well as with farm and commodity associations across the country. Her newsletter and website, Agri-Pulse, includes the latest updates on farm policy, commodity and conservation programs, trade, food safety, you name it. If it affects agriculture, interacts with agriculture, Sara has a finger on the pulse. In addition, Sara publishes Early Morning News Summary, Daily Harvest, providing busy readers with a quick overview of the latest farm, food, and rural policy news each weekday. Sara is an at-large representative on the 2014 National FFA Foundation Board of Trustees. She formerly served as chairwoman of the Farm Foundation Board of Trustees, and I had an opportunity to work with her there, and as past president of the American Agricultural Editors Association. She's been awarded with an Oscar in agriculture for excellence in agricultural reporting from the American Agricultural Editors Association, as well as a leadership award from the Agriculture Future of America. In 2013, she was recognized for outstanding service to the agriculture by the Missouri Farm Bureau. She has firsthand grain and livestock, or crop and livestock production experience growing up on a farm in Iowa, and she's still involved in that farming operation, as well as her husband's farm in North Dakota, where he came from originally, the family farm there. So with that, let me turn it to Sara.
Well, thank you, Walt, for that very kind introduction. You know, as I was watching the video that JB was showing, and kind of in awe at that tremendous technology, and it is so wonderful, but I was thinking of my brother trying to plant. Of course, this storm that we're getting here today has been rolling across the Midwest and, well, most of the country for that matter, and so he's back in Iowa trying to get crops in the ground, and I was thinking about what he would say after he watched all that technology, and he'd probably kick me and say, well, technology is all wonderful when it works, like my John Deere tractor that he had to take back this week. But having said that, everything on that farm is green, so, and that's for a reason. But I just have to give JB a little good-natured ribbing there. So it is an honor to be part of this presentation today and to be moderating this distinguished panel. I'd especially like to thank CFAR for everything that they've done in honor of John Brandt and bringing our panelists together. Also, to note that this is an important topic for myself as a journalist and for the other journalists in the room. Data is very important for us to do our job, and so if we don't have access to good data, it has an impact on our ability to be very professional in providing good information to individuals. So it's an important topic to me personally, and I know it's a big topic out in farm country. I've been on panels with other members in this room on data this winter, and also as we've traveled to farm organization meetings, you still see big data coming up again and again as a very controversial topic. As JB said, a lot of opportunities and as well as challenges associated with that. So my job today is to briefly introduce our panelists and then to open it up with some questions, not only from me, but from other members of the audience. So we'd like to go ahead and start immediately to my left. Mary Bowman, who's the administrator of USDA's Economic Research Service. She also serves as co-chair of the Global Steering Committee for the Global Strategy to Improve Agricultural Statistics under the UN Statistical Commission. To her immediate left is Bob Young, the chief economist of the American Farm Bureau Federation, also deputy executive director for public policy at AFBF. Previously, Bob served at the Food and Agricultural Policy Research Institute as co-director from 91 to 2003. So we saw him a lot back in Missouri, where I spend time when I'm not here in Washington. Mark Harris is our next, will be the next presenter. He's chair of the Agricultural Statistics Board for USDA's National Agricultural Statistics Service. Previously served as director of the Research and Development Division, and he brings also some global perspective as a consultant in areas like Pakistan and Egypt, Russia, and Brazil. Our next panelist would be Ted Crosby, who I knew as a very distinguished person at Monsanto. Ted retired in February, so he's back on the farm in Iowa, probably got a little bit of planting done maybe before the rain. And he served as research and development head for Monsanto's Integrated Farming Systems, or IFS, that many of you have heard about. Before that, it was an initiative that he started as part of their global strategy group. He's got several degrees that are listed in his full biography, and most importantly, they're from my alma mater, Iowa State, so I always like to wave the flag for the Cyclones. Barry Goodwin will be our next presenter. He's a distinguished professor, the William Neal Reynolds Distinguished Professor at North Carolina State University in Ag and Resource Economics. He's also taught at Kansas State and the Ohio State University, and he's president-elect of the American Agricultural Economics Association. So I've asked each of them to make some brief opening comments. A few of them have slides, and this is the important clicker that you'll need for those slides, Mary. And they're going to make their brief comments, and then we'll open it up, as I said, for questions from me, as well as from each other and you in the audience. So Mary, please kick us off here.